D. How are you doing?
I'm doing fabulous.
All right, Dr. D. Thank you again. There has recently been some high controversy with a young lady that was on Dr. Phil recently and identifying with her race. Um, she made some really interesting comments, and we would want to know what your perspective is about this particular blog and young lady.
First of all, thank you for the introduction. And I happened to watch this young woman's interview on Dr. Phil. I saw all about 5 minutes of it. I thought it was quite interesting. Number one, in my viewing of it, it already had over 1 million views within 4 hours of it being aired, which also quite interesting. Now, let me tell you what my thought was as I listened to this young woman. I listened to this teenager who is African American, 16 years old, and is on the show with her mom and her brother. Her name, if you want to look the video up, you can just type that in. This young woman, beautiful, beautifully made, beautiful young woman, 16 years of age, said some very interesting things that define Black people. I'm going to use that term, Black people in American society. And while if you listen to the rhetoric of it, you might feel very offended. So put your offensiveness on the shelf just for a minute, and let's have a dialogue about what is happening. She's on the Dr. Phil show, brought in by her parents, her mom and her brother, because she is what they call an embarrassment. So she's already being identified already as a problem. And she comes on there and she makes some what people have called very controversial, very powerful statements, which of course
Provocative.
Thank you. Very provocative statements in a culture that already has issues with race, given the slavery that has existed in America, the dominant culture being white, and the culture that the other part of this culture, people of African descent that feel that they've been identified by very negative stereotypes. That's the way they even got to this country. So that's my briefing. What she said was that she doesn't see herself. She is not Black. Clearly, to look at her, there is nothing that indicates anything else that she is indeed Black in skin, Black in features. However, her visual of herself is that she's white. And she goes on to say, and when I want, so that you check what I'm saying, you should observe the video yourself. But this is what I wanted to talk about. I listened to that teenager, and it truly shows the extent of cultural damage. That's the price of Blackness. Her point, well articulated, whether you agree or disagree. Given her circumstances, she needs to identify with the dominant race to find a place, to feel superior. And in order to do that, she cannot identify as Black, because identifying as Black has all the racial harmful stereotypes that cause her pain. And she tells you that Blackness is fat, it's ugly, it's disgusting. Why, when she walks down the street, why would she even consider? That's not who she is. Clearly, black people listening to that feel a sense of betrayal, a sense of how dare she talk about blackness that way, and then
she called them criminals too.
And called them criminals. The black people are indeed offended, and any human being listening to someone describe them that way feels the level of offense. In fact, you don't even have to share the same race as this young woman.